Hi guys, it's Rach. Today we have some lip swatching going on. There's a new range of shades of the Australis Velourlips that have just been released. They're hot off the press. As you can see, I am immediately attracted to quite a few colours in this range, so I went out, ended up buying them all, thought why not swatch them on my lips for you guys, and then I will do a little mini review at the end as well. The first shade that we have here is Roma, which is a bright Barbie pink shade. On me I find it pulls to the cooler side, but I have seen it look warmer on other people. I think it's one of these colours that depends on your own skin tones. The next shade we have is Bar-tha-lona, which is a bright coral red. Shanghai is a fun purpled fuchsia shade that can definitely be darkened if you apply a few extra coats. The second deepest shade in the bunch is Doo-Bai, which is a slightly purpled, pinkened burgundy shade. You can tell I'm awesome at describing colours. And finally we have Buda-pash, which is a really deep, dark red burgundy shade that has a more brown base to it. So they are the 5 new shades that have been added to the range, bringing it to a total of I think 18. There was the initial 5, and then there was another 5, and then there was the 3 that were part of the limited edition Rock Tour collection, and then we have another 5 to the bunch. So there's a lot of shades to choose from. The recommended retail price of these is $9.95, and you can purchase them from Priceline, Big W. They also are available for sale on the Australis website, and I believe All Cosmetics Wholesale has recently started stocking some Australis products. I don't know if these are on there yet, but for those of you who wanted to try some Australis who are overseas, you may be able to get it from there. Overall, they are very similar to the rest of the Velourlips shades. If you've tried them before, they are a matte lip cream. They do set to a matte finish, although I find that they aren't as transfer proof as some of the other matte lip creams that you can get on the market. These do, if you do touch them, some of the colour will transfer onto your cup or onto your hand or whatever you are doing. I do find that these wear for quite a while. However, if you eat or to talk a lot, I find that they bunch up a little bit and get a little bit bally on your lips and can wear away a little bit funny, which isn't the nicest. Again, in terms of all the matte lip creams on the market, it is fairly typical. I find for me that if they start to crack or wear away, it's best to wipe them all off and start again, because it just gives you a nicer finish. Otherwise, they look quite textured and can be quite uncomfortable to wear. Which brings me to my next point, which is the dryness factor. A lot of people have commented on these type products that they do set to a matte finish, they do dry, and therefore can be quite uncomfortable on the lips. I agree with that. A couple of ways that I have found to get around that. One is to apply a little bit of chapstick before I apply the product. I'll just cover my lips, let it sit for a second, blot off any excess, and then apply my lip cream over the top, and I find that that just makes them a little bit more comfortable to wear. However, it does reduce the longevity of the product. My other option is something that I just stumbled across by accident. I was wearing a lipstick the day that I purchased this, and I really wanted to try one of the colours straight away, so I ended up just applying it directly over the top of a lipstick. And what I found is that that made it more comfortable as well. So if you have a lipstick that's kind of a similar shade, or even a lip pencil, if you apply that first, particularly if the lipstick is more comfortable than like a matte lip cream, you can find that you can apply the product and it will feel nicer on the lips. Again, it may affect the texture or the colour, particularly if you're using one of these lighter shades, it may manipulate the colour, but who knows, that could be a good thing, particularly if you buy a shade that doesn't quite work for you. You can adjust the colours, particularly of the lighter shades. Overall, I found the opacity of these is quite strong. For the lighter shades, I did find this one in particular, Roma, to apply a little bit patchy, a little bit, not so much patchy, sorry, streaky. You could see my natural lip colour coming through underneath, and I needed a few more coats to get a true opacity as opposed to these darker shades which apply quite evenly. What I do find with these, however, is that the more shade you apply, the deeper the colour gets, and therefore if you don't apply an even layer all over your lips, then parts of your lips will look darker and lighter. You won't be seeing your natural lip colour come through, but you will be seeing different, like a variation in colour. In terms of application, I think that the doe foot applicator does a relatively decent job. It's not too hard to apply and you can get a decent line. If you want the super duper perfect, like magazine or Instagram worthy line, really crisp, but then you're probably going to need a little bit of concealer and a lip brush or something just to fix up the edges, but they're not too bad. I think they are easier to apply than, say, the Lime Crime Velveteens, just because the formula is a little bit thicker and therefore it does smooth on the lips quite easily. They do still have the really lovely grape candy scent, which I thoroughly enjoy from all the Velourlips range. And just overall, for a matte lip cream, they are a great offering. They're quite inexpensive. They're quite readily available here in Australia, and they have some really great colours. Now, I'm going to give you a second to think, out of these 5 shades, which one's Rachel's favourite? I'll give you a second. You can write it in the comments. If you picked Doo-Bai, 10 points for you, you win. Doo-Bai is definitely my favourite shade, followed closely by Buda-pash and Shanghai. These are definitely my picks of the bunch, particularly if you have my type colouring. Doo-Bai is definitely going to be a favourite for me. Shanghai I find is a really nice, unique, fun colour. I think this will be fun for the autumn winter months if you don't want to stick to the traditional berry, oxblood, burgundy, maroon shades. This one, that bit of purple, bit of fuchsia is fun. If you prefer your Barbie candy pink shades, then you'll definitely like Roma. I personally find that this one just doesn't really work on my skin tone. I think it looked better on camera than it does in real life, but overall this one's definitely not my favourite. And I do think that Bar-tha-lona would be a fun shade for the spring summer months, or for those of you who like your more orangey corally colours, then you'll definitely like this one. So they are my thoughts on the new Velourlips Matte Lip Creams. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you found the lip swatches helpful, make sure you give this video a thumbs up so I know maybe I can do some more videos like this in the future. Let me know which shade was your favourite or which shade that you would like to pick up. Other than that, I hope you guys are all having an awesome day, and I'll talk to you all next time. Bye!